without a calculator.
Wow, that's tough this morning too.
But nevertheless, numbers that support what we were talking about. Robin Burris with the 10 pin.
Let's see if he makes it. He missed all 3 last week.
Ooh.
Make it 4.
4 last week.
No, make it 4.
Oh, okay. It could have been.
I wasn't trying to correct you. No, he did miss 3 last week. Wasn't trying to correct it.
We sat around after league Thursday night and talked a little bit about Robin's game and things that he should work on. And the first thing out of my mouth was learn how to make a 10 pin.
I see he's taking your advice.
Obviously Thursday till now wasn't enough time to work on it.
Oh, little slow, deliberate pin action, but that was a funny looking ball.
It right straight through the middle of the pins. Robin left the 9 pin with it, where we saw him bank the 3 off the sideboard into the 9. Mark was good enough to carry that out of there. There you look at the score. If he makes it, it gives him 94 in the 5th, which gives him a 19-pin lead. Look out. Game's not over yet. Don't go away. He chops it, leaving the 3-pin.
Another case of I don't want it, you can have it. Saw that last week with Butch Temke and Robin Burris, where it came right down to the last ball.
Right now,
by 2.
We have 18 pins, Tommy. That's it. 18 pins separating the 2 bowlers, both players going into the 7th frame. 18 pins is 2 marks. We have 4 frames to go. Very conceivable. Look out. Completely errant shot.
Wow. Boy, that just bullied itself right through there and didn't do any work at all with
Bo, you alluded to it before. How much room is in there? Watch this ball. The 3-pin right there. Go right. Takes out the 3-pin, cuts right between the 1 and the 6-pin. You're talking about it. 5 pins left to shoot, and I'll tell you what, this is no picnic. Got to throw the head pin into the 6, Tom.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Let's see how he takes the other 5 pins down, if he takes them down.
Unbelievable!
Oh boy!
Not the way you make it, but it works. Watch it here. The head pin is going to go to the left, take out the 2-4. The ball ricochets into the 6-10, takes it out. That's the first time I've ever seen it made that way. Fantastic.
Percentage-wise, that ball could have gone right between the 2 of them again.
Could have been disastrous. Even more disastrous than that count.
Unbelievable. Well, he wasn't on a spare, so the count really didn't hurt him, but I'll tell you what, that was fantastic to watch. I've never seen it made that way, but by George, whatever works, right?
Whatever floats your boat, right?
By George? That's right, isn't it?
You know, our queen this week, Vi McKinney, we had a few weeks ago at Durban Bowl, the All-Star teams got together, and she was a member of the All-Star beautiful ladies team, and they won their match, and the men's Chain-Link All-Stars won theirs, so I thought that was interesting.
You just saw history made. A 10-pin by Robin Burris.
That's right.
10-pin spare made.
He's 1 for 5, or 1 for 6, whatever, but it's way too low. You've got to learn to make those 1-pin spares. Whether they be on the right or the left side, there is no excuse to miss a 1-pin spare.
Ten-pin again. The nemesis.
Well,
Robin Burris.
It's almost like the 10-pin knows it's tough, so he's gonna just jump up there all the time and just kind of tantalize him a little bit. But the deflection again. Robin's using too much arc on the ball. There you see the score. Mark Walt, if he fills the 8th frame, will give him 122. That would give him a 19-pin lead over Robin and an advantage of the strike.
Oh boy, it just hangs over him like a black cloud, that 10-pin spare.
You're not going to bowl well in the big leagues if you can't make your spares.
You know, John Gann had that problem when he first started bowling. He threw an awful lot of strikes, like the crankers do, but he could not make the end pin, and I think he finally mastered it, and that's what made him go on the tour and be successful.
Well, let's hope Robin can conquer that too. Oh boy.
I'll tell you what, I want to see this one on replay. This should be interesting. Watch the head pin, center of your screen. Just going to glance the pin second to the right. There, it just glances the 2. 2 falls into the 5. Pins rolling around. You got 8 pins on the deck there. That's not the way it's supposed to go. 10 pins in the pit, every pin doing its job. That wasn't very applicable there, but effective.
Effective, nevertheless. So unless a major collapse
There we
by
go.
Mark Walton, which looks highly unlikely, I think we have a new king. Now we're seeing just a rundown of the king and how it's gone this year. As you take a look at the score, Walton working on a double.
Gives him 150 something, and primarily gives him a 40-pin lead going into the 10th frame.
10 pin again. Well, if nothing else, Dave, he's getting the opportunity to work on that 10-pin spare today.
Yeah, there's only, who knows how many thousands of people watch him flag it time after time again.
Couldn't
Now
do this
that's
in practice.
motivation.
Couldn't do this in practice, no. But anyway, reviewing the king. Wait, let's take a look at Robin, first of all. Our king for week number 9. About to be dethroned here, but let's see if he can make the 10. No.
See, ladies and gentlemen, he's lifting the ball at home. When you're shooting a cross-lane spare like that, there's no need to put anything on the ball. You keep your hand underneath the shot, you keep your thumb outside or in the 3 o'clock position. I'm talking about right-handers now. And you let your arm swing, take the ball right at the pin. Don't lift it. Don't try to hook it. You're just complicating matters. Work on killing the ball going cross-lane.
Well, he got the 10 this time. So he might as well go out in style as he smiles. Now, to review that king. First 3 weeks it was Kim Herman. Kim Herman turned it over to Greg Lothian in week number 4. He took it weeks 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then it was Bill Heflin who dethroned him in week number 8. And then Robin Burris in week number 9. And Robin Burris is about to be dethroned by Mark Walton in week number 10.
Well, last week, I like Robin. He's got a lot of potential in the game, but last week was more of a fluke than anything else, and Robin and I talked about it. Bill Heflin was not himself, could not figure out the lanes, and didn't bowl anywhere close to what his normal potential was. Robin was the opportunist at the time. He jumped on it. He was our king. But he doesn't quite have the experience yet to be able to retain the kingship for several weeks. But I'll tell you what, he's got a heck of a lot of potential. Look at him, he's smiling. What a personality. He's a nice young man.
We'll see him back.
Oh, certainly. He goes out with a 141. You know, Dave, that's something that a lot of people don't look at. You could win the kingship. Someone could have a bad day and you could win it in a given week. It's the experience, I guess, when the pressure and the heat is on, to retain it. And that's what separates kids like Robin Burris from, people like Bill Heflin, who can have a string of 4 or 5 weeks while holding the kingship.
Exactly, Tom, and that's not taking anything away from any bowler ever. But I'll tell you what, you become good in this game through years of experience, and you couple that with your enthusiasm and your talent, and you become a lifer in the game of bowling. But the guy today, the man of the hour, you're looking at him, that's the first smile you've seen out of him today. Mark Walton has bowled fantastically today. I'm very impressed. Good show.
Comes from the bottom of the barrel to do it, too. On his own house lanes. Strikes and spares. So, right there, you're looking at the king for week 10, shaking the hand of the king from week 9. Mark Walton, the winner today, 210 to 141 over Robin Burris. When we come back, we'll present the checks for week number 10 of Hudapol's TV King of Bowling. We're back at Strikes and Spares, week number 10 of the VPA TV King of Bowling, and Dave Newrath and Bo Hudapol, it's check time.
It's payday. Dave Forwood, in the first game you had some trouble, but we know the ankle's partly to blame. Rich, you told me before we came on the air here the lights had a little something to do with it, but in the finals you'll be used to the lights. $225. Congratulations. Robin, we got to work on some 10 pins, buddy. $375. Good show, though.
Thank you very much, Dave. The man who came from the proverbial bottom of the barrel today to win 3 games and go on to be king for week number 10, Mr. Mark Walton, a check for $750 and a plaque to hang on your wall. Congratulations. Mark, let me just